Okay, guys, you wanted the best players under 50k in every single position. You asked, I delivered. I just spent hours looking through every single individual card and adding a list. I think I've got like 200 cards here for best players in every position. We're going to start off with under 50k. I've gone with the CDM. I put Chouameni in. I thought Chouameni was an obvious choice, and yet in the kind of the best CDMs. But what a card he is! Jockey, intercept, anticipate. Probably lacks the pace, so he definitely needs a shadow on him. But one of the best sentiments, and he has that French links as well. Let's move on to Patrick Guijarro. I've already spoken about her yesterday. All the pros are using her. She's got very good finishing, good shot power. She's still underpriced, but she's going up. She's one of the best cards in the game for being under 50k. Maybe her and Tonali, Llorente, they're all in the same pool of maybe the best gold cards under that value. Under that umbrella, but she got agility and balance. She got 86 defensive awareness, 90 short pass, 93 long pass. She does long balls. She speaks for herself. Very, very good meta card. I don't have to really say that much about her. But what we went through yesterday. Declan Rice also makes it in. He has the holding plus plus. So if you struggle defensively, this is the card to go with. Does need a shadow as well because he lacks on that pace. You can get away with him maybe in September, October time. But coming towards November, December, I want to be honest, unless your positioning is perfect, you're going to struggle. But the holding plus plus, 12k, very cheap card. Guerrero, we talked about her yesterday. She's a good all-rounder, French as well. And she gives a link to Diani's. If you're looking for that Diani link, she's another card as well. It's very, very good. Tonali, as I said, probably the best gold centre mid. Comes in at 51.5. And we're going to add a 10% discrepancy. So 55k, it's about 60k we'll go up to. Because prices will, of course, fluctuate. So don't come at me saying, oh my God, he's 62k. Tomorrow or whatever, but you know, one of the best cards inside the game. He can play the center mid, he can play the CDM role as well. We're focusing on center mids mainly here. Madry comes in as well. She's good for a center mid whipped cross. Now she can play, of course, a left mid position, but with the shadow, she actually has some pretty good stats. A very hidden card, 5-star skill moves as well. I know many people are not going for the leagues in Leon. I mean, leagues in the Arcamo League, whatever it's called. But if you're going for the Dianis, the Karachuris, and you want the French links, she's a good choice to use. Crystal Dunn, one of my favorite cards for NWSL, quick step and rapid with a shadow. She's very, very good. You can argue you can put a hunter on her. She can play on the right mid or the left wing as well. She can play as a half winger. Very good short passing, one of the best starting cards that I do every single year. Sabitzer is a very one that goes under the radar. He's been buffed this year. You put a shadow on him. He's got 80 defense awareness, 82 sprint speed. Him and Emre Can and Lema are probably the 3 center mids that are very undervalued for what they actually give you in terms of meta stats. A very, very good card. Bundesliga. Stanway, don't forget, she's lost the pinged pass, unfortunately, but she's still a very, very good card. I mean, like the pinged pass plus. 82 defense awareness with a shadow shot, very good agility and balance, good sprint speed, very good passing, 90 short passing. A very underrated card if you have the English links or Bayern Munich. The Paul, of course, he comes in as well. All-rounder. Can even play that CDM holding role with a shadow as well. Or definitely can go more attacking with a hunter as well. Llorente, we talked about him yesterday, goes into being one of the best. Again, because I got like 200 cards here, I'm trying to be as quick as possible. This is going to be a 2-hour documentary. And I doubt you want it to be, probably look down, it's probably like 30 minutes already, 40 minutes already, so I don't make it any longer. Camavinga goes in as well. Very, very good. Lacks the defense awareness. I would say Chouameni is a better card. Maybe even leaning towards Llorente here, but he's got the jockey playstyle. But if you need an entry card as the game comes out, he's good to go. Lema, 86 defense awareness with a shadow, one of the best CDM center mids inside the game. Then we have Caicedo, another CDM center mid card, very, very good. Got loads of playstyles as well, and can play the holding plus role. Can play basically everything, but you're looking at this guy more as a sitting back holding kind of player. Not really good on the attacking sense. Paula Fernandez comes in with League F for Spanish links, 81 defense awareness, 77 sprint speed, loads of playstyles as well. I've actually used her. 85 short pass, good physicality, very, very good card. She's 5'6", not the shortest, but not the tallest, below average, I would say, but good to move on the ball and press proven. So those of you that are struggling, because she's got first touch and press proven, you can argue should be very, very good if you're struggling with holding possession. Kessie comes in as well. If you're looking for the Neymar links, Ibanez links, 80 sprint speed, 82 defense awareness, absolute tank of a card. Probably would have been about 20, 30k had his league been better, but being from Ivory Coast and being in a Saudi league very much reduces options that are available. Loftus-Cheek then comes in as well. 75 defense awareness. And apologies, by the way, because I'm speaking a lot. So if you do hear smack of the lips, I just want to apologize for that anyway. 84 defense awareness, sorry, 84 sprint speed, 75 defense awareness. He's probably one of the better centre mids in Serie A. English links, get the Tomori. If you're looking for a Serie A, kind of with the Barella, like the Tomori, and give this guy chemistry as well, it works well. You can play the box to box. He's actually got very good shooting. Ignore the volleys and penalties. That's what makes his shooting stat down overall, but he's actually got some very good shooting stats. Just ignore these two. The same with passing, you know, the 57 passing brings the aggregation of all the stats down to make his 79 overall, but he's actually a very good card. Lacks the play styles, 4-star, 4-star, 94 jumping, a very solid card. Arguably one of the best centre mids, probably under 10k, you could argue. Leila Banyos, one of my favorite, a bit nerfed this year, but with the shadow, she's actually very, very good. I'm actually using her on this team over here, on this account. I'm just messing some players around, but yeah, I actually really like her. I've been using her quite a lot, and she was one of the first cards that I went to buy. Very, very good card. Underrated, got the jockey playstyle as well. Long ball, press pivot, intercept, and holding plus as well. Good passing, very good card. Zambo comes in as well. Used to be terrible because of his work rates, but they removed that this year. And again, with a shadow, he's alongside Loftus-Cheek being one of the centre mids. O'Sullivan, another very good card as well. Good defense awareness, good agility and balance, decent shooting if you think about it, box to box. So she can play that role. Maybe Crystal Dunn is better, but she's one to add in. Lerma, very underrated card. When this guy gets evoed, it'll be a good card because he can play both centre back, CDM, and centre mid. He just lacks that sprint speed, so you're going to get running boost against him, but a very good card. Zakaria, one of the best CDMs. We talked about him. 86 sprint speed, 8 defense awareness. League is a bit of an issue. McKennie goes in as well. Rubinson, a very, very good card as well. And now we're moving over to the cam. So Dabinia gets the entry, Trickster plus. She got the half winger, but she can also, with a hunter, she lost the technical. She's got the Trickster now. Drink some water. But she got quick step and first touch. Very, very good card, by the way. 5-star, 5-star as well. So if you're looking for a cam that gets the Brazilian links to Neymar or NWSL, she's a card to go with. Rayton makes it in as well. She's got rapid and quick step. What a card she is as well. Finesse shot as well. Insights to pass. Very, very good stats. Probably needs a hunter or a finisher is what I would say. Good passing, actually. Much better than I actually thought initially. It looks like her passing is decent, but maybe the crossing kind of carries it. But yeah, a good card. Lavelle, one of the best cams inside the game, in my opinion, under 10k. The pinged pass, like if you're struggling with passing, she's your savior. If you're looking for a cheap card that can play that cam role, second striker, and you can't afford the Bellinghams, I have on all my accounts. James comes in as well. She actually got some decent passing. I'm not going to say go towards a catalyst, but a hunter being as a cam, you may want to do something like an engine to get her passing up. It could be something that you can consider. Or you can go for a catalyst. You want that pace and pass as well. Kirby goes in as well. Another very good card. Very underrated as well. 4-star, 4-star. Shadow striker. Alvarez, of course. We all know Alvarez. Him and Correa, the link together. But again, probably one of the better cams. Bit pricey at 35k at this stage of the game, but very, very good card nonetheless. Diaby comes in. He's got the quick step plus and a rapid. If you are looking to speed boost, he's definitely a card to go for. Very, very good finishing, good stamina, good agility and balance. Decent card. Only thing is Al Hilal. I'm probably gonna butcher pronunciation, but anyway, French side of the league is the only downside, but he's French. So as a super sub, he's actually a good option. And if you haven't got the money, Swanson, we talked about it yesterday. She needs a hunter or a finisher. A very, very good card. 85 short pass, quick step, first touch, and a winger plus. 5-star weak foot as well. Very, very good. NWSL have got so many good cards. Padgel, very, very good as well. Don't look at a 3-star and put her to a side. For 10k, she's very, very good. Apenda, also another very good card. Very good natural finishing, 87. Rapid, quick step, and finesse. You can see, look, we're just going for the real meta cards here. Very, very good in terms of that card. Now, one thing I would say with this card is you're probably going to feel this card to be a bit not the most smoothest in terms of movement, but most definitely a good card. I would say definitely one of the good Bundesliga cards. If you're looking, Bundesliga hasn't got that many good links. Jokerej, one of the best. Well, the fact he's only 2k now is actually a bit of a steal, but with a hunter, one of the best strikers in the game. Don't forget, there's our 5-star weak foot as well. Isaac makes the honorable mention. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's going to be clunky as hell. But if you don't mind someone being a bit taller at 6'4" and being clunky, he's an option in Premier League. Watkins is the better Premier League option. Lacks the 5-star weak foot, but with 4-star, decent agility and balance. And with a hunter, he could be the quick player that runs in behind. He's at the kind of cheap player that gets the job done, that can move. Chawinga goes in as well. Rapid, quick step, finesse shot. 85 natural finishing. Hunter or finisher, she's more than good enough. Again, in the Arcane or Premier League, whatever it's called. Rodman links to the Svanson as well, very, very good. Price come down after the Inform saga when she was out of packs, so she's actually an affordable price. Trickster as well for the fake shot, inside forward for the right mid. Then you've got Dovbyk, probably going to be a bit clunky, but again, a very good card. 88 finishing, 86 sprint speed. Not that many good strikers in Serie A. You got Lautaro Martinez, but he's a bit pricey, so you're pretty much stuck. But this guy, you know, he's pretty good. Lautaro comes in at 50k, so maybe just about fits in. Alvarez, we know about, talking about him already. Malin also makes the option with Openda for being a Bundesliga striker. Again, they're going to be two clunkier players, so maybe you want to go with someone a bit smooth on the ball, so bear that in mind. Ramirez, very underrated as well. 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 85 finishing, 90 sprint speed. Probably needs a hunter if you're going to play on like kind of like a poacher. I think to maximize that pace, she's not clunky, but she won't be the smoothest of players. She's still 5'10". She's not by any means short, but if you know about her, she's very good. She gets a link to Sam Kerr as well if you're looking for that kind of player. Then we have Kudananji, 5-star weak for 4-star skill. He's probably the best player under 1.5k gold card. I don't think anyone's better. She's got all the play styles as well. 85 finishing. Naturally, she's a top tier card. Ajibade, another very, very good card. Quick step, rapid, and relentless. Very, very good. 4-star, 4-star. Another dream in League F. There's so many cards in League F. Nunez also comes in as well. Lacks the finishing, so you're probably going to need a finisher with the finisher chemistry style. However, he's not bad for 3k for those starter teams. Correa, we know how good he is. Hunter, we don't have to even talk about him. I think everyone knows about him already. Inaki Williams probably needs a finisher as well. 3-star weak foot. I'm sure he had 4-star, but more of a winger, but can also play striker. 5k. A really cheap card if you look for that La Liga striker that can make those runs in behind. Kolo Moani, more of a clunky one. 4-star, 4-star. Still a very good card. And Rashford, of course, comes in. Lacks the finishing. If he's going to be a sole striker, you're probably going to need to go towards, like, he's got the pace already. I'd probably say go towards a finisher. Get his finishing up. 20k. Gabby Nunez is also a lot of other good cards. She's actually a notable card. One other notable mention, honorable mention, should I say, is Alba. She's only 2k. Another very, very good card. I think everyone knows about this card anyway. It was overhyped when the game came out. And Yomi, she's very good as well. She's got the jockey playstyle, which is quite rare for a striker. Only a few players have that. 80 finishing. Probably needs to finish that as well. 4-star, 4-star, but she's German. So if you're looking for that Bundesliga German card, she can get into the team. And she can play right wing as well. Asei, she's another very good card as well. 85 finishing. She actually is probably one of the better strikers. Looking for a French striker, just a cheap one, 700 coins. She's actually very, very good. So for like a 10, 15k team, she's good. Saw, not the silver card, the inform card. 82 finishing, 91 sprint speed, 97 agility, and 99 balance. I bet you didn't know he had 97 agility, 99 balance. I didn't even either until I saw the card. He's probably going to need a finisher. The links are going to be problematic. I mean, that's the only thing I was going to say. But as a sub, it's actually not a bad card. Can you imagine putting him in as a raw sub? As like someone on the wing with a rapid play style. Actually a very good card. Fella, she comes in as well. Very, very good card. We know about her. Salma needs to be upgraded. She's very underrated. Didn't she get like 30 assists or something? 30 goals and assists something last season? The fact she's only 79 rated. I think she almost got third place, second place in player of the year, if I'm not mistaken or something. I'm not too sure. I don't really follow too much. But this is what I've heard. She's very underrated. But Mateus Cunha just about makes it in. He'll be like one of the worst choices, but I added him in just because he just slightly makes it with a finisher or a hunter. People are opting to go for him. It's not really my personal preference. I'll say there's better cards out there. But if you're looking for the 650, the quick sell ones, that's the card to go for. There's a few other cards that I put in as well. We got Rayton, she's a very, very good winger. We got Kelly as well, she's a good winger. Sane, very, very good as well. Kvaratskhelia, 5-star, 5-star, another very, very good card. Ford, she's actually very, very good. Very underrated with a hunter. She's got a rapid and quick step. She's also in the Barclays Room Super League. Coman, rapid plus, first touch and quick step, 5k. Another Bundesliga card, 5-star skill moves. Lacks the 3-star weak foot. Diaz, a 65, but we're going to put him in because he's falling now. He's falling slowly. So by the time I watch this video, he might be about 65. He's going for 60k, maybe. But a very good card. Needs a finisher, but still a very good card. Zakanyi, another. What's that? Zakanyi, maybe. That's how you say his name. Another very good card. 4-star, 4-star. Needs a finisher, but if you're looking for a cheap winger in Serie A, there's not that many I know. I remember like in Serie A back in the days, I used to go for left wing. Who did I used to go for? What was his name? The 5-star guy, the guy with the V-cut mohawk. I forgot his name. El Shaarawy, sorry. Kirby, she's actually one of the cams in the game. You can put a hunter on her. She's actually a very, very good card as well. Martinelli, very good this year as well. A hunter or finisher. Probably more of a finisher if you're going to shoot. But a hunter, I think he's a very, very good card this year. Very underrated. I can't wait for some of his Evos to come out. Williams, another NWSL card. Very, very good. Needs finisher. Pulisic, 5-star, weak foot. Don't forget about him. Very, very good card. Shame you can't play him in strike, otherwise he'll be perfect for Serie A. Serie A lacks that strikers, I think, that are really good. You have a Simon, but he's basically extinct. Basically, it's like a few of him on the market. Couldn't Andrew talked about already. Ajbalo talked about already. Olga, she can play as a left back and a left wing, so I've put her in because I didn't actually know, but she actually has some pretty decent shooting stats. So she's actually a very good all-rounder. So if you're looking for a Spanish Real Madrid left back, because in La Liga there's only like Espinoza. So if you're looking for someone that can fit in, she's actually got some very, very good stats. She's got like Mendy level stats if you think about it, like 81 defense awareness. If you look at the Mendy's card, for example, of course she doesn't have the 5-star like Mendy, but just as an example, you can see a direct comparison here. With Olga, very, very underrated. So if you're looking for that cheap left back, she's one to go for. DRB, quick step, rapid, first touch, very, very good. Kudus is a cheap winger in the Premier League and one of those few players that can play cam because apart from that, there's lack of cams. Paris, she's very, very good as well. Probably more as a winger, but we just put her in anyway. Gacy, she's also very good as well. Decent finishing, but she's got top tier agility and balance and sprint speed. 3-star weak foot, more of a winger, I would say, as opposed to a striker. But don't get me wrong, as a finisher, she could get a good job done. She's also very decent. I'm not going to say she's amazing, but in League F, if you wanted some choices, the agility and balance, 4-star, 4-star, good physicality. Kouassi, probably one of the better cards. Quick step, finishing. If you can't afford the Rodmans, this is the card to go for. Her, Williams, Couldn't, good links. Werner makes it into the Premier League one. He can play left on the right-hand side because he's got pace. Then he needs a finisher because he does lack that finishing. More of a winger. Doku comes in, a rapid trickster as well with a fake shot. New one this year. He's a bit pricey, especially because his Champions League card is out. But another very good pacey card. Can't shoot to save his life. But if you're looking for someone that can just pace abuse, speed boost down the wing, he's one to go for. Neres with a 5-star skill moves. A very, very decent card. Brazilian also, he gets a links with Neymar. More of a 5-star skill if you're looking for it, but it can also play that cam role again, which is quite rare. Lorente comes in as well. Frimpong can play right back, one of the best right backs, but can also play right mid, right wing. Hakimi is also one of the better right backs inside the game. Probably needs, ideally, maybe you could argue an anchor. I mean, I would probably... Okay, I'll say anchor. 4-star, 4-star, good card. Nuno Mendes, left back, probably the best in League One. Again, needs a shadow. Molina needs a shadow again. Probably Lorente is better than him. Probably the best right back inside La Liga. Davies, very, very good. Can play left mid as well. Probably needs, so instead of a shadow, because you can see he's already got maxed out, and you don't really want to put an anchor on him because you only get the +4. So there's a few things you can do. So people are leaving it on basic, which I understand because you get the sprint speed maxed out and you get the passing, which is actually not a bad idea. But I would go for a Guardian. Get his defense awareness higher as agility and balance. Things like Gladiator, or you go with Sentinel, but things like a Gladiator is not worth using his finishing. I know people are saying Gladiator, I don't know why. Di Lorenzo, very, very good. Shadow, good agility and balance, can do a bit of everything. Udogie, best left back in the Premier League, maybe you can argue, on a cheap budget. Costa, he's a right back, but we put him in because with a shadow, he can get the job done in Serie A. But I'm not going to recommend. He's more of a centre back card. Kadioglu, one of the best left back, right backs, and play false back, quick step, jockey, and rapid. Balde, another cheap left back. So with Olga, he kind of contends. Olga's more defensive than him, but he's got jockey, quick step as well, and he's got very good natural pace. What a card he is as well. Kadioglu, that one's extinct, so ignore that one. Then we're going to go over Ronaldo. Lacks defense awareness, but can play centre back and left back. So you can argue you can also go in for a cheap left back that's more on the defensive end with the shadow. Gomez, one of the best centre backs. We're going to centre backs now. He becomes one of the best centre backs inside the game. Defense awareness 83, sprint speed 95 with a shadow. He's evoed into the ground. Gusto, another very good right back in the Premier League. Robinson, a cheap left back. If you can't afford, you just got like a starter team, you just start a game, he's a very good card. Wan-Bissaka, I think he's a very, very decent card. I think I'm not saying he's amazing, but you can see he's got 82 pace, but on his in-game stats, 85 sprint speed and good defense awareness. So with a shadow, he's actually not a bad right back, and he's actually quite cheap. Maatsen, again, another very good cheap left back alongside that player from Fulham. Then we have Spinazzola, one of my favorite cards. I really like him. 75 defense awareness, 89 sprint speed, 4-star, 4-star, and he's a bit tall, 6'1", so he has that physical presence. Rico Henry, another Premier League cheapie. You can put a shadow on him, left back, English links as well. And then we've got Jeremiah. I mean, I've evoed him. What a card he is. 95 sprint speed, 90 acceleration, 80 defense awareness. If you got a sub on a centre back, let's say you go into a back five, or you need someone to play a right back or a centre back, this is the kind of guy you want to sub on. Good natural stats, 6'1", quick step, aerial, and intercept. Espino is the one I was talking about. He's only a decent left back in La Liga. Balde's better. Maybe you could argue Olga if you get the links over him. He's 5'8", but I got to put him in anyway. Now goalkeepers, Alisson, very, very good. Deflector, some people say he drops the ball, but he's decent. Rush out, Courtois, very, very good. Ter one of my favourites. Kebble's decent for Bundesliga. Premier League, Edison's good for the long ball. Far reach, Oblak's good, saving it. Sommer's also good. Mainan is also very good, but I think Deflector, it's kind of wasted. Although if someone starts smacking the ball from the wing area, maybe later on that card's going to be more effective. People learn about the rebounds. Martinez with rush out is very effective. Neuer's got pinged pass. Unai Simon has a lot of the play styles and the passing ability. Romero I like as well. And Vicario is a very good cheap Premier League option. This guy is a far throw. If you're in my stream, you would have seen it. Pickford is also a decent card. And then you got Pope. And then we're going over to the centre backs now. Klosterman comes in, 82 defense awareness, 80 sprint speed. How far are we? 22 minutes. We've got to be a bit quicker. Marquinhos, so 81 sprint speed, 90 defense awareness. If you're looking for someone, I think he's a tad bit slow. The only way you can get him in is with like the Neymars and the Brazilian links and like the Rodrigos. And the only other alternative I'm thinking, realistically speaking, is like you can go with a Kimpembe, a Lucas, a Theo Hernandez. Theo, should I say. 9 good defense awareness, good passing. As a ball playing centre back, he's very good, very underrated. It's just getting him to link is probably the biggest. I'm just trying to see, because I made a team with him in. I just think getting him to link would be just the biggest thing that you got to worry about. Bastoni is another very good card. Lacks the agility and balance, but with a shadow, he's actually a very good card. Needs a shadow though. Tomori's still better, but for only 25, he's actually quite expensive. You know what? Cancel this card. Go with Tomori. He's pretty decent. Bastoni. He's got instant playstyle, but I think Tomori with a natural sprint speed is much better. Bremer also goes in. He's priced accordingly as well. Gabriel, he looks terrible with 69 sprint speed, but he's actually got 76 sprint speed. That's what everyone's playing with this inform card, by the way. So the inform version, I would say, is a bit better with a shadow. Lacks the acceleration, but still a decent card. Nonetheless, I would recommend him. Tar, again, one of those other cards, 86 sprint speed, just about gets in because he's 6'5", an absolute tank, and he's got the defender plus. But the acceleration is terrible. Schlotterbeck or someone's going to be better, like Schlotterbeck over here. 85 defense awareness, 76 sprint speed. Got the play styles as well. Araujo goes in. People are saying, why didn't they include him last time? I should have, but I thought it was more of an obvious option. I think Koundé is better. He's 100k, but I just put him in just to show you an example. I think Koundé is better, but he's overpriced. Well, not overpriced. He's actually very good, but maybe he's too much for this video. Alaba comes in at 50k. It's 50k, 20k. 89 defensive awareness, very good natural defensive awareness, and with a shadow, he's got very good sprint speed. Can also play that false back role. I think this card, by the way, it's not a bad card as a false back plus with a shadow, but you can't play him as center back, which kind of sucks. So I see this more of a CDM card, more than anything. Kunde, we added him in just for the sake of it. I know he's 125. But I just wanted to show you with a shadow you can play both the right back and the centre back role. Save for him, he's good. Militao, was going to exclude him for a second. Ake, now I think he's a very good card. Maybe a Kanji's better if you're asking me overall. But good defense awareness. Another good. If you're playing like a back three, you need 3 centre backs with a Kanji. 86 sprint speed, 86 defense awareness, 80 sprint speed, naturally very good. Good short passing, good physicality as well. Tomorrow we talked about already. Tapsoba is another very decent card, better than the other ones like Tar because he's actually got the pace. Koulibaly is a very good option for the Saudi league if you're looking for the links. You're better off going with Ibanez. So like if you're asking me, you're better off going for the Ibanez. I already talked about him already. But if you need 2 players that link together in that league, Ibanez and Koulibaly are 2 good options. Gvardiol also makes the cut as well. You can put Shadow on him, a very good card. Not as a left back though, only as a centre back. He's actually a very, very good card. Block, playstyle, jockey, and pinged. Kim and Jay is also very good in Bundesliga. Him and Schlotterbeck, I think, and Emre Can, all 3 of them together are probably the options that I would choose if I had a choice. Upamecano is the only other player that can be with alongside them. 85 sprint speed and 79 defense. When people are just complaining that he's maybe not got the best agility and balance, that's something to bear in mind. Emre Can, more of a CDM. I would say more of a CDM, but can play that center mid role in theory if you had that position, because he can also shoot as well. So if you're looking for a center back, but maybe even a CDM that can play that role, I think Emre Can is a person to be. Lacks acceleration, maybe more of a CDM as opposed to a center back, but we got to add him in anyway. Danilo is one of the cheaper ones that goes with Bremer. If you're looking for just some cheap combos, Danilo is also a very, very good one. Kosanu is actually very, very good in Bundesliga if you want like a cheap budget one, but he's extinct, so you're good luck trying to get him. The only thing you can try to get is this one, but he's in Serie A. Now, this guy is actually very underrated. He's 6 foot, right? Jockey playstyle. I think for 650 for like a very, very cheap team, you just got to buy someone and quick sell them. He's a good card. He's kind of a card used for like 5 games when you get the game for the first time. Don't forget, people are still going to buy the game like in December, so people are going to watch this video later on. Konsa, very, very good. 8 sprint speed, 84 defense awareness. The better centre back options in the Premier League. Vivian, of course, one of the better. Okay, apart from Alaba, I think him and Alaba are probably the cheap combinations in La Liga because obviously the Kundis and Araujo's are too expensive. Very, very good card. Van de Ven, we know about him. I had to add him in. 60k, makes the cut in my opinion. One of the best centre backs in the game. Kimpembe also makes the cut as well. 75 sprint speed if you're looking. 80 defense awareness, good physicality. 6'2", makes it with a shadow. Not the fastest of players, but he just about gets in because of the lack of centre backs in that league. Todibo also gets in, probably better. Him and Konsa are the better ones, I would say. 87 sprint speed, 8 defense awareness. And then you have Gomez, of course, which goes in with them. And then you have Jurien Timber, which is my favorite, especially his evolution card. People are sleeping on his evolution card. 85, 83, good agility and balance. When this guy can play center mid CDM eventually, he's going to be god tier. Mukiele also comes in, not as a right back, as a center back. As the other option that is just cheap. Again, he's extinct, so you got to go with his Bundesliga option. So that could be another Bundesliga centre back if you're looking for it. Declan Rice, we just put in this. Now we're going towards CDMs here. Back to see when it's centre mids, we're going CDMs. Tonali makes the cut as well. Kante buffed this year, by the way. With a shadow, he's got 92 defense awareness, 82 sprint speed, intercept. I don't think he'll last a long time, but I think if you're looking for just like the Saudi league with their Banyazes and you're looking for those combos, they can work well. Sabitzer also can play that role. Stanway, she comes in. De Paul also. Engen, she can play centre back as well, by the way. She's actually 5'10". She's actually quite tall. 86 defense awareness with a shadow. She can actually play that role. So if you're looking for that Barcelona centre back, actually, even though it's not La Liga, you can link it together. She's actually not a bad card. Intercept and aerial. Lema comes in at the better CMs, as I mentioned. Camavinga just about comes in. Lacks the defense awareness, more of a centre mid than a CDM. Benacer is the other one alongside Loftus-Cheek inside Serie A, really. that can get that job done. Very, very good. Then we have Christensen. Now, I'm not going to say he's a meta player, but I'm just going to add him in for the sake of it. If you're really looking for that cheap La Liga centre-back, yes, he's got 67 sprint speed. Bear with me, but he's got 76 sprint speed. So with it, if you buy him with a shadow, he's actually not too bad. Again, he's not a meta card for long term, but if you're building a cheap team and you really need like a La Liga cheap centre-back, and then the benefit you do have is, let's say you put them both together. I'm just going to go back here a few. Where is she? I want to go back to Engen. If it loads, maybe foot.gg is not going to work. But if I go back over here to Engen, or Engen, how do I spell her name? She's actually from Norway. Okay, never mind. I was thinking for a second from the same country, but not. Walty, she's actually not a bad card. 81 defense awareness. Some of these cards are actually gemmed. It's like kind of Bjorn card now. Her gold card is nothing really to show. It's decent, but she's okay as a center mid. Actually pretty decent. But this card very underrated. 29k only. 88 defense awareness. 82 sprint speed. 90 as well. Long pass and 92 short pass. Another very, very good card. Can play right back, center mid, and if only she could play CDM. But she's a good center mid card if you're looking for like the Sam Kerlings. Emre Can makes the cut. Caicedo makes the cut as well because he's got good defensive awareness and more of an entry level card, like very, very cheap. Kessie, of course, makes the cut. Sergi Dada, now he is also very, very good. People are saying to me, what about Marino? Now with Marino, the reason why I've not really added him in, number one, he can maybe just about get it. Actually, no, to be honest, he could. He could actually. 72 sprint speed. I thought it was much lower. Okay, you know what? We'll add Marino in. He's not a CDM, but think of him like a center mid. I'm sure there's a few players that I have missed. I've also just looked at players with good pace as well. So players like him and Tchouaméni, they might have gone past me looking for certain cards because of their pace being a bit low. Marino might have gone through the cracks, to be honest. Colaprico, she's very, very good in NWMSL, and we finish off with McKennie, can also play CDM, and that is it. I don't know how many cards. I'm just about this 32 minutes. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Listen, if you want to learn more about how I find these meta plays, you can come to my Patreon, so it's patreon.com/noguides, or you can click here. That is where you can actually see, or click here like in 20 seconds, and that's where you can see those players and how I have minimum stats. I have specific minimum stats for each requirement. And don't forget to check out my second channel, Nail Guides 2, link down below in the description for more shorthand tutorials and players like this. But thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, boys.